man like Dan. Come on, welcome to Melanated&Proud. Today, we have a wonderful man. He gets on with everyone. He's a baller, right. One of the best players I've ever played with. Right. He's wholehearted. What you see is what you get. He's everyone's friend. He's Mr. Sweet Boy. Let's welcome Toby.
Yeah, love man. I developed this name because I'm in the cybersecurity industry, which I've recently found myself. Currently, I'm a cybersecurity consultant. Ooh. So I work. So it's light, man. It's light. But yeah, I work for a company called Wipro, consulting company called Wipro. So I've been there for like 3 years now. So yeah, been on some good, interesting projects, and yeah, that's basically what I've been on.
And what is your background, like cultural background?
Obviously, I'm from Nigeria. So yeah, I was born in Lagos. Then I came England when I was around 3 years old. I think growing up in England, it was difficult, obviously. Like, you know, the usual story, everyone grows up on the estate, council block, you know, try to stay out of trouble, go to school, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was basically it as a child. Yeah, but it wasn't too bad. It was tough at times, but you just gotta get through it, I guess.
How was education?
I was always one of the smart ones in school. Education-wise, I was always quite good.
What would you say made you good in the first place, though?
I think my mum, she really like drilled into my head, just, you know, get my head down, work. Like, if I didn't understand something, she made sure I understood it, like, all the time, made sure I understood it, like, drilled into my head that we're not leaving this place until you can't play no games till you understand what the homework and all that stuff is. So she really gave me that mentality to make sure I understood everything and to work hard and stuff. So yeah.
So obviously your mum drilled in that sort of work ethic for you to work hard.
Yeah, the work ethic comes from mum still. Yeah.
And you went to university, so how was that for you?
Whew. Do you know what? Uni was actually fun. Like, it was a good time. Like, I think, like, I did systems engineering. So I think I didn't really need to go to university. I think I didn't know that, because I could have just done an apprenticeship and I probably would have. But if you have an opportunity to go to university, then I would recommend go. Like, I would suggest though if you can, do like a year abroad or a year in industry. So when you leave uni, you're actually in a better position to break straight into those like graduate schemes or graduate programs, or even like a normal job. Like, normal job, yeah. So because like I think leaving uni was tough. Like, it hit me a lot that like when I was applying and I weren't getting nothing, it was like you start to worry and like, like, is this degree not enough for me to like get a role? But you forget that you're competing against like so many other graduates at the same time. Yeah. So you really have to like make yourself stand out. So having that year in industry or a year abroad or different projects and all that stuff, then it does really help you stand out. Yeah, and that's something I didn't have, but I should have maybe taken that a bit more serious.
So when you finished uni, it was tough for you to get a job.
Yeah, so I was actually working at M&S at the time, making coffees and burgers and smoothies. Yeah, taking out the bins, cleaning tables, you know, or doing all of that. Yeah, so it was humbling because like I think majority of my friends, they were all working in the city, like Canary Wharf and all of that with the suits, and you know what I mean, you look at them, you're like, oh yeah, they're doing their thing, and then I'm just wearing this M&S polo smelling like.
Obviously you finish your degree and now you're at M&S, innit? So like, how was your mindset?
I was going through the mud, man. Like, I was really going through it. It was really tough to take at the time because I thought I got an engineering degree, so like this is obviously like there's nothing wrong with like working in retail because you can actually do well, like go into management and all that stuff. You go far, but that's not something I wanted to do. So the longer I was there, the harder it was to accept.
So like each day you was going to work, like would you still be applying for other roles?
Yeah, I was applying like a mad person. I was doing like 10, 15 applications a day. Like I was just going through. Like I was just going on every site, even roles I'd even had no clue about. I was just applying. It got to that stage where I didn't even know what I was applying for and then just hoping for something. Yeah, it was crazy like that. It was so mad. It really taught me perseverance, and you know, you really had to like work smart as well as working hard. But working smart is very important, I would say. But yeah, so it was tough at the time. It was really tough at the time.
But what made you keep persevering? Because, like you said, it was tough. Then in those applications, what made you think that it was actually worth sending more? Like, because you could have easily just become complacent and given up.
Yeah, no, like I said before earlier, like my mum was the hardest worker I know. Like, so just when like how the way she got out, like, because she was doing stuff she didn't really want to do, but now she's working in a job that she really enjoys. So I was like, listen, if my mum's never given up, so there's no reason I should give up. And I was only working M&S for a year, so, and this was probably like 5-6 months in. I said, nah, there's no way I could give up after 5-6 months. Like, yeah, there's no way. Like, my mum didn't raise me like that, so I said, nah, let me keep going.
So what did you move on to next?
Actually got a role at Wipro as a graduate. So I got a graduate scheme. On the graduate scheme as a IT consultant. So essentially I could get put on different projects relating to IT. So that could be front end developing, back end developing, cyber security, just a lot of things, business analyst, business intelligence, all that sort of stuff. So luckily my first project was in vulnerability management and patching. So I was doing that in Norwich. So I actually moved out of ends for my first job. So that's why I was away for like a whole year. So I was in Norwich for like a whole year just doing, so yeah, so vulnerability management and patching is like cybersecurity stuff. So it's like making sure that applications are up to date and that they're fixed and safe for people to use. So yeah, that was like my first proper introduction into cybersecurity. And then I was like, yeah, this is a bit of me, man. So yeah, I tried to, whenever I was on the bench or I left a project, I made sure my next project was like more towards the cyber side rather than just a random one. Obviously meeting my manager now, that I have now been with him for like just over a year or so, and he's really pushing me to go higher up in the cyber industry and to gain more knowledge. Yeah, so it's fun.
How did you get that job though?
Do you know what? Funny enough, yeah, I saw the ad on one of those job posting sites, and then I looked at it and I said, I can't do this role. Everything that was asking for, I said, I don't think I could do all of this. And the wage, like, you know, the salary they promote, I said, wow, that's higher than, that's too high for me. Like, they're going to be asking me to do a craziness. But then something told me, just apply, man, just apply. So I applied, and then I got a phone call the next day, but I didn't even pick up. I missed it. I think I was at work. So, but I didn't call back. But I listened to, I think the woman left a voicemail saying, I should call her back. So I thought, this must be a telephone interview. But I didn't research the company at all. Like, I didn't know nothing. So I was like, I don't want to ring her back, and then I shaking myself. Fire, man. Yeah, I didn't want it. So I was like, let me research the company. But I was delaying. I don't know what was going on at the time. I can't even remember. But I was delaying. So she rang me back again, and I didn't pick up. Wow. Yeah, and I was like, ooh. Like, this is I was thinking, because I checked on, you know, Glassdoor. I think you can you could pre the process of a company. So I thought, this is a telephone interview, but I'm not ready to do a telephone interview. So I was like, I'm not calling her back. So then you're
actually running away from the opportunity.
I know, like, I don't know, like, it's so backwards, isn't it? So backwards. But then she rang me again, and I didn't pick up. And then after that third time, I said, all right, let me research the company. And so I researched the company, wrote everything down, gone over the questions, just refreshing my memory on stuff I did at university and stuff. And then I called her back, and then she was like, I've come across your application and your CV. I really like the sound of you. Do you want to come in for an assessment center? I said, yeah, I'll come in. So I thought initially it's going to be a telephone interview, but she said, nah, just come assessment center. So I was like, okay, I should have done that time ago. So I wasted like 2 weeks. I'm so happy she kept persevering, because imagine she could have just, I don't think anyone else would have done that. They would have left me after like, so she phoned me like 3 times.
I've never heard of that, can't lie.
Yeah, it was so mad. Like, I think God was on my side that day, boy. Because mad. So then I was like, cool, let me get to the assessment center. So I was just going through everything, because I previously I've been to a few assessment centers which haven't gone well, or they've gone well, but I've missed out on a few things which have allowed other candidates to be better than me and get the role. But this one I said I'm making sure I'm on point with everything. Like I'm not leaving nothing to chance. So it was a lot of preparation gone into for this one. And then so I went to the office, suited up, had the assessment center. So we did a group task, which I know I smashed that, I did well in that. Then we had the technical little test thing, did well in that. And then I had my interview with one of the managers, and then that went really well. And then that's how I got the role. I got the role the week after, next week. She said, she rang me up. I made sure I picked up this time. So she said, "Oh, you want to say you got the role?" I was silent for like 10 seconds. She was like, hello. I said, "Yeah, I'm here." She said, "Do you want the role or not?" I said, yeah, I want the role. And then I don't know, man. I was buzzing. I was so excited. And then she said, "Oh, we're gonna send you the contract and all of that." So I was like, "Yeah, cool." I was so shocked because I originally I wasn't gonna apply for this role because I thought I couldn't be able to do it, but I think you really, when you're uncomfortable, you really gotta. I think that's like your chance to like grow. When you're uncomfortable, you're not doing something you're used to. So I had to just embrace it at that moment that I'm going to be doing something I'm not really used to, which is a totally new environment, professional environment. So I had to like buck my ideas up and, get ready for a new adventure in it. But it was good though. It was good,
That's big. You stayed in your situation, you kept persevering. Came to you. And they was literally chasing after you. And
madness.
But it just goes to show that your current situation doesn't like determine like your future, innit?
Nah, not at all. Because like even like back in uni, like in my last year, like I remember everyone was getting their results, like, and then obviously like they were like, "Oh, what did you get?" And I said, "Oh, I haven't even checked, So then we got home now. So I think I was in town. Got home now from town. Now I said, "Oh, let me check my results." And like it said fail. Like this is 4 years of university, and it said fail. I said, "Ooh," like when like my chest was hurting. I couldn't even stand up. I was leaning on the wall like this. It was peak. I honestly thought it was like a joke. I was refreshing the page. I was like, "Nah, this can't be real." But and at that moment I thought this is a major setback because like I'm gonna have to redo another year or whatever. But then I didn't even finish the whole email. I didn't even read the whole thing. I just saw fail and I said, "Oh, like, damn, what am I gonna do?" So I realized that when I finished, I read it afterwards and it said I have to redo an exam. But this exam was tough, because when I've done the exam originally, there was ones when you're in exam and you're trying to add up all the marks that you might have got and you'd be like, I kind of got that. It was that sort of situation. So when I clocked that, I felt, it's that exam, because I did well in everything else, but it's just that exam was kind of peak. So they said, you got to redo it, but we're going to cap it at 40%. I said, no, there is no way you're capping this one. So I had to appeal it. So I had to, pull some strings, and I appealed it. I won the appeal, so they didn't cap it at 40%. So that was good. And then I revised like mad. This was all while working at M&S. So that summer, I didn't graduate in July. I graduated in like November times, but that summer I was revising like crazy. That's when I realized that when I put my mind to something, I can actually do it. Because I should have done this when I was meant to, but it just didn't. Laziness, I guess, or something. But so revision, and I got a first in that exam as well.
Oh, wow.
I got like 75%, 76%. Yeah, man.
To get in the first.
I know. It's just hard work. Look what hard work done for me. So then I managed to graduate, and then it was all good from there. But my whole journey from like uni to now has just been like crazy. But it's been good though. I've learned a lot.
And so like you didn't graduate with your peers, did you?
No, I didn't.
So like I guess you've kind of always, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but have you felt like you're always like catching up?
Yeah, like I think after that point it felt like I was just playing catch up with everyone else. But then but comparisons like the thief of joy, man. Like when you compare all the time, you can go crazy, man. You start to force situations, and when you start to do, you can become unhappy at times though if you try to force a situation or compare yourself with everyone else. So I was like, no, I can't. it is normal to compare yourself with your peers and your friends, because obviously you want to be doing as well as them, and you know, but when it's not going how you want things to go, then it's like, it's tough to accept at the time. You're thinking, oh, I'm failing, I'm not doing well, but you know, you can't be too hard on yourself at the time, because your time will come, evidently. Like, well, at the time it's hard to realize, because when I was going through it, I said, oh, like, this is peak, man. Like, how am I gonna catch up to these lot? How am I gonna because M&S, I was probably earning 10 grand a year, like 10, 11. So I wasn't even getting taxed. That's probably the only benefit for that. But I think getting that jump from M&S to like graduate, and it's like, okay, cool, I'm starting to work now. Then once you get your foot in the door, you really got to like push on. Like, you really got to prove yourself and push on, and then you can move up in life and stuff. But yeah, it was it's tough, but you know, go through it, I guess.
So looking back at it, what would you say is the key to come out of that sort of mindset where you're comparing yourself to other people?
Take time and just assess your situation and feeling like, okay, how can I get out of the situation? Don't be too hard on yourself, because then you can end up doing something that's out of your character, or trying to force a situation that's not for you, or doing something that's not really for you. Because that's why I started to apply for jobs that weren't even for me. And if I got those roles, I'll be messing up someone else's opportunity who could have been better at it than me. So, and if it's not something I want to do, then I think you really gotta take your time.
Focus on yourself, really, as well. Like,
just focus on yourself. Like, just assess your situation and have like a plan on how to get somewhere. And if you don't, then just try ask people how they got to certain situations. You gotta like network, make connections.
So after grad school, where did you go?
I remained at Wipro, but I wasn't a graduate consultant no more. I was a junior/normal consultant. So I've been on a number of projects. Journey's been long. So after Norwich, I moved to Newbury, which is outside Reading. Then after that, I moved back to London. So I was working on a big account, Saudi Telecoms communications company. So I was doing threat modeling there. Then after that, I moved to Japan. So I was working in Japan for a bit, that was exciting. That was a good time. Yeah, because I didn't think I'd ever go to Japan for work anyways. So that was a great opportunity. So then after Japan, I came back to London so I was working at HSBC, and then now I'm working for Power Grid. So I'm a control performer. So I've just been everywhere, really. I've been lots of places. Yeah, so I've done a lot. Yeah, so I've done a lot, but I just gotta thank God that He's put me in a position where I can do a lot of things. So yeah, my career's only just started. So
exactly.
Yeah, so the possibilities are just endless. So yeah, I'm excited for the future, really.
Rewind back to M&S, like, you never foresee this happening. Like, you couldn't.
No chance. I didn't think life would get like this, and like, you know, but that's I'm happy I kept persevering, because at a time in M&S, my managers there, they would offer me like, oh, did you want to push through the ranks in M&S, like go for section coordinator to manager to this and that, and you can earn quite some good money doing that. But I didn't really want to do the M&S thing, man. Like, yeah, it weren't for me. I mean, yeah, some people are really good at it, but that's not something I wanted to do. So I just had to be like, nah, I can't stay in this place, man. Like, I can't. I need to go, man. I need to go. Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. You wasn't accepting your circumstance. Like, you were still pushing for what you actually wanted. So that's good.
Yeah.
What would you say was key to getting to where you are now?
Hard work. And like, when you put your mind to something, you can actually do it. Like, I think at the time, like, for me not getting a grade at uni to like getting the first in the exam, and then just applying every day, then finally getting a role. Yeah, you just got to work hard, put your head down, put your mind at anything you put your mind to, you can do, man. 100%. Like, it's crazy what you could do when you need to be strong and your back's against the wall. You can do a lot. Like, you realize how like strong and how smart you can be at that moment. So yeah.
So what advice would you give to those that also want to pursue the same field as you?
If you want to get into cyber, you catch up on what's the latest technology trends in the industry. I would attend them cyber seminars and events, meet people. So I've done a few where I've met a few CISOs and stuff. You got to try and make connections, networks. I've started a blog, so I talk about cybersecurity, and I try to break it down into so it's easy, you can digest it easier. So people who've never come across cybersecurity can actually understand, because cybersecurity could be a lot of technical, can be quite high level, and if you give it to anyone, they'll be like confused. So I decided, let me try break that down into smaller chunks and make it easier for a normal reader, so they can get a grasp of it. So they're not really like in the dark about, how do I protect myself, or why does this happen and stuff. It's like all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so if you could start a blog, that'd be great. And you can send it to people to read, like start LinkedIn. The IT industry is massive, so you can literally do anything, and you can switch within IT, which is also always a good thing.
So tell me more about your blog.
Yeah, so my blog, I literally started it last year over lockdown, because lockdown's been tough, so trying to stay mentally stimulated can be difficult. So you got to find ways to be creative. It's hard because you're just in your house all the time. So I said, let me start a blog just writing about like my journey so far, and let me just write about stuff like what do cookies mean, or how to have a good password, what's a virus, all this sort of stuff like that people come across on their daily lives. And I try to just break it down for them easily. So yeah, but it's only I try and make it short, because I know reading can sometimes be long. It's going well, so I've got a good audience. So it's only going to grow from here. So
yeah, 100%. What is it called?
It's called the TT Protocol. Yeah,
so where can they find it?
Yeah, so the TT Protocol at wordpress.com.
That's good, because you're using your journey to like help others.
Yeah, so I think because when I first talked about my journey, people were messaging me saying, I went through the same thing, and it's like, because no one really talks about what happens after university. Like, it's all, people make it seem like it's, you leave uni, you get a job straight away. But for like a lot of people, it's not really the case. Like, you really go through a lot to find out what you really want to do and enjoy. So hopefully if my journey can like help someone to realize that they're not the only one who went through it, then that's good.
What would you say is needed for us black people to move forward?
Oh, do you know what? There's a lot. Obviously, a lot of people say we got to work together and, come together and build that strong community and stronger relationships. I think that's true. That's a part of it. Like, I think we've really got to work harder. We got to have the same sort of end goal. Like, what are we, like, obviously it's good. There's a lot of black people, we're breaking into these industries and we're breaking barriers, which is all good. So I think we just got to keep doing that and trying to uplift one another. I think sometimes we may get caught up in some stuff, and we may lose focus of what's really like important. That's from what I see though. But I think we're breaking the barriers slowly. I'm starting to break into, and we're starting to get seen and heard more, I would say, especially in like technology. Like, I think I'm seeing a lot of like even black women getting into tech, which is very good to see, because in the projects I've been on, I've hardly seen like women or even black women. So seeing more black women get into tech, I think that's like proper good. But I think as a whole, like community, I think we just need to just keep working hard, and then just working together really. Like, we gotta think of the bigger picture, I would say, in order to get into the end goal. We can do amazing things, man. When we're given the opportunities, we actually excel quite well. So we gotta keep putting ourselves in these positions, or helping our people get into these positions if we can. But that'll come with time. So yeah, it's not something that can happen overnight. So yeah, just gotta be a bit patient. Yeah. But it'll come soon. It'll come.
And so, also, do you feel like it's time for us to write our own story? And if so, why?
Yeah, of course we have to write our own story. I think we gotta, because when it's all said and done, we want to leave something behind. People will be like, like, he did this, that. He paved the way for this, that. Like, this is here because of him or her. Do you know what I mean? So I think everyone wants to have their own story, really. I definitely want to have my own story. We should try our best to have our own legacy.
Obviously, I know more is definitely going to come from you. Like you said, just at the beginning, and so more money is to come, more success. It's going to keep elevating.
Yeah, man, love my
everyone should support your blog.
Yeah, it's coming. It's soon coming.
Alright, everything will come in it. Final words of encouragement for your people.
Anything you put your mind to, you can do, man. Like, don't limit yourself. Like, because the mind's a powerful thing. If you think you could do something, you put your head down, you can actually do it even more. So I just say, you could do anything you put your mind to.